Cool, awesome. All right, so we're live. You're with Scott's Case Files channel, and we're doing session 3 of our Blades in the Dark Cult of Tides campaign, which is pretty freaking cool. We were actually just talking about a couple things, and is it okay if I bring that up, Doctor?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Uh, we were kind of talking about, again, creativity and making your kind of own story within the Blades in the Dark universe here. Um, Doctor was a little concerned that he has all these cool ideas, and trust me, they're cool. Of kind of like involving things that his character is doing and how he interacts with the world and whatnot. And his concern was that he just didn't know enough of the lore to kind of know when to stop, know when it was just too crazy, where it stops being really thematic to this Blaze in the Dark world and going off. And the general consensus is the lore is made specifically vague in order for you as a playing group to play your game and build it as you will. I think the only my real advice is get the basic lore down, and it'll become obvious after a bit what when you're getting so far off the beaten path that it's just not even Blaze in the Dark anymore. um but I don't want that to stunt anyone's creativity, because this group is all about the creativity, and I don't want to halt that at all. That would be not cool, not fun. So yeah, so go off, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's do the thing. So that being said, let me introduce my characters right away. Let's see, we got over here, we got Steve playing Ramir Brogan, also known as Peacock. Up here we have Cassie Mouse playing Junker, the Leech.
Hello, peoples.
She's ecstatic to be here. We have over here Dr. Oculari playing Fish, the Lurk. Ecstatic to be here. That's his ecstatic face. And then we have the trooper here, Neocree, who's on business trip and is still freaking on the stream. Amazing.
Hello, everyone.
Yes,
Don't
so
tell anybody on that business trip.
yeah, so it looks like a nice, wholesome room that he's in. So good job, or that could be a green screen. I'm actually half convinced it's a green screen, but I'm willing to go with it. All right, so let's see. So on the last session, where did we leave off in terms of the score?
Did you want to do the intro?
Oh, yes, I don't want to forget the intro this time. Thank you, Cassie. Here we go. Let's do the intro real quick. All right, we're back. Cool. All right. So yeah, thank you, Cassie. I would have totally forgotten again. You're the bestest. All right. So let's figure out where we were last session. Last in-game part of the show, we saw Cross walking off with one of the last survivor over his shoulder into the darkness. Let's see. So, did we get to? Who's sounds in the background? Sounds in the background. Be careful. Uh, did we do anything with group experience and all that kind of thing last time? I think we.
Not yet, no.
No, we
No,
had
not that I recall.
Gotcha. All right, so let's do that. Give me a sec. Let's bring up the crew first. Okay. Give me just a moment. We're almost there. The payoff. Okay, downtime. All right. So let's start off with the payoff. Who's typing? Please mute if you could. Let's see. So payoff. Let's see. Do we actually do that? Let me see. All right, we're in the
Yeah,
crew mode.
you did give us money. We got 8 coin, if I remember correctly.
Gotcha. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So each of you individually has coin.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So that's the payoff. We already did heat because. Oh yeah, actually we did heat because poor Peacock bore the brunt of the heat, getting his butt kicked as he's being interrogated by a group of bluecoats. And your heat is high. One more and you're wanted.
It's pretty high.
It is pretty high. So yeah, I think that's where we left off. We did heat. So let's look at entanglements. Let's see here. Oh, actually, that is entanglement. Sorry, the interrogation was the entanglement. So let's see here. So now we go to downtime activities. I'll just kind of go over just one more time so you guys, just for the viewers and everyone else has it in mind. Downtime activities, you get 2 of them for free. You can get an additional activity from this list by paying 1 coin or 1 rep. I highly recommend coin over rep. So these are acquire asset, long-term project, recover, so heal, reduce heat, definitely do that, train, and indulge vice to lower your stress. So I figure we'll go round robin. Worked really well last time. Why don't we start with downtime activities with Adrian Cross.
Before we get to that, I know we went through heat. We did not do individual XP
Yeah, we didn't do our experience. Do you want to do that before
for
or
that.
after downtime?
Let's do downtime first, and then we'll kind of get into, because I think because one of the downtime or the XP activities is, did your vice in some way hamper you, could be affected by the downtime.
True.
All right. So, Agent Cross, first downtime. What do you want to do?
Ooh. Don't think that's. Nah, not. Oh. And now it's risk now. 3 stress. That's a lot of. It's a good chance to overindulge.
It is.
It's a 50% chance of overindulging.
What a 50% chance of not. Come on. Where's your spirit?
What does overindulge do again?
Nothing
Harm?
important.
Nothing important.
Uh,
There you go.
Let's see. You can lose your vice purveyor, or you get 2 heat, or sometimes your character just gets lost and you play another character for a while.
Bunches of stuff.
Bunches of stuff.
Yes.
Perfect.
We definitely don't need any more heat, or we'll go up
You
one
go on a
level.
3-week bender.
Let's see, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still got 5 more stress I can take. I'm good.
Yeah, that's more than enough. Go
More
roll
than
those
enough.
dice, dude. Come on.
Really only
I will
4
be
before you get
working on a long-term project.
Ooh.
Interrogate the leader, interrogate the survivor of the gang.
Ooh, interesting.
Information on them, where they found the stone, where they have money, the money they've been stealing, where they have that stashed.
Interesting. Okay. And I'm assuming you've threatened this person with their lives and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I'll be working on them with my commanding presence, and my threat, and the very real threat of death.
Okay. All right. That can definitely be long term.
Or-
I see where you can get that.
Or worse, death or worse.
Death or worse.
Actually, the real cultist.
All right. Well, I'm not going to put too much in your way on that. If you want to do a long term project, I'll make it a 4 spot.
All right.
So why don't you tell me what you're doing to this guy, and we'll make a roll and see how many ticks you get.
All right. So for the beginning, right now we're just starting. We're just getting acquainted. I'm keeping him chained in a lesser used portion, very dank, very dark, of the hideout. I bagged him as soon as we got like decently away from the area, and I've been keeping him in manacles, so he hasn't seen the way into the hideout. As far as he was bagged, he woke up, he was already chained up and secure. Um, and he sees me, and I have a series of very wickedly sharp, very barbed and curved implements uh, of terror on a arrayed on a table nearby, and I'm
And
calling.
do you like get out a whetstone and actually dull them
Yes.
instead of sharpening them in front of them or something like that?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
I'm
that'd be
just
even
like
better.
rubbing it
Yeah.
onto it, making it even more, making it jagged,
Cool.
irregular. And I'm explaining to him, uh, commanding him to tell me what he knows. Tell me everything I want information on, or this will go very badly for him.
Cool. All right. Well, cool. You made the prerequisites are basically, tell me what you're doing. You already very much described that. You
Yeah,
want a command? It definitely sounds like a command. So let's see here. Do.
I'd be using my scary weapon / tool to increase the effect on this, since I guess he's probably a little bit scared.
Sure. So let's make this fortune roll basically, because again, there's no
Yeah.
real negative here. So I mean, let's make a fortune roll based on whatever your command is. So what is that?
Actually, if you are increasing the effect, that has an interesting thing. If it's great effect, you get more slices on the pie for each
Oh.
success.
Let's see. Oh,
So I think if you roll like a,
critical.
yeah,
Let's see here. I was looking at the long-term project. Basically, mark segments on the clock according to result. One segment is for 1 to 3, 4 to 5 gets 2, 6 gets 3 segments, critical 5.
yeah, I think if he was like had great effect, he'd get like one more section.
Let's see. I see increase the result level by coin spent. I don't see any note of that otherwise.
I don't know. It may not be a thing
Yeah.
in downtime.
Yeah. I'm fine
Right.
with it not being a thing in downtime. It is long term. It's kind of the point
Okay.
of it. So I'm not pushing it. I'm not going hard. I'm not taking the risk. I have time to play this out, to play the long game with him.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I'm fine with the fortune roll.
Okay. So yeah, do that. Looks like your command is 2.
All
So
right.
make a 2-die command roll. Or 2-die fortune roll, rather. With command. Nice. All right. So 3. So we will tick off 1 segment on that 4-segment clock.
All right.
Let's see. There we go. All right. Cool. Excellent. So yeah, there's a lot of screams, but this guy or this person is just a little harder than you expected. Maybe they have something to answer to. You don't know yet. They haven't successfully interrogated him yet, but the breaking will come. Oh, yes, it will.
It is only a matter of time.
It is only a matter of time. Cool. All right, so let's go to Dr. Oculari, or I'm sorry, Fish. What is your
Yeah,
first
don't
downtime?
give away my other secret identity.
I know. I'm sorry. Oh, that I would have to find our one viewer and do something and
Yeah.
delete this video.
So, yeah, I'm suddenly wondering if there are any superheroes that use double blind secret identity.
That would be wise.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the
What?
first
Go
thing.
ahead, Clark.
So I want. What? Oh.
I was making a joke. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt your
Oh.
roll.
Okay. Good. I get it. Yeah. Uh, I think the first thing is I want to indulge my vice, try and knock down my stress a bit.
Nice.
And do I need to explain the vice again, or can I just say I'm going to do the vice?
Unless I'd say unless you're doing something out of the ordinary, if you're just finding your usual spot and kind of doing the submerge, that's enough for purposes of
Yeah.
this.
Doing the same. Yeah. And how do I do that again? How dice?
On your
How do I
character
do that?
sheet,
Oh,
like about a
indulge vice. I
indulge
see.
vice. Yep, that's all you got to
Yeah,
do.
okay. All right. Did it work? Let me try it again. Is it clicking? I'm clicking on it.
Which is not sending if you are.
Oh, wait. Input value. Sorry.
You're doing fine.
Bonus dice is, again, that's just 0, right? I leave that
Correct.
at 0. So,
Oh, 6.
there we go. 6. Whoa.
Oh wow! So you cleared all your stress.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Feeling
good.
good.
Yeah, feeling very good. So yeah, that the euphoria that you get as you're under for going into the 6th minute really gets where you need to go before you find yourself floating back up.
Oh, so I'm sorry. How do I clear that last stress? I seem to have to clear one by clicking the one next to it. Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
I just did. It's the little X next to the left of it. There's an X when that
X
happens.
is what was cleared. Okay. All right.
Yep. Cool.
So the other thing.
Oh, one at a time. We're doing round robin. We're gonna do one each.
One at a time first. Okay.
Yep. I just want to give away some time so nobody's falling asleep or anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking at you, Scott. What? All right. So let's go to Cassie. Junker.
Yeah, well, the first thing she'll go indulge her vice to, she'll just go gambling,
At the usual Cerosi place?
Yeah. The Silver Stag Casino in Helen is the Severosi matriarch there.
Cool. Excellent. Yeah, so it's a night of wild gambling. Go ahead and roll your vice.
Let me see, where's that? There
we go. Nice. All right, clear 5.
All right.
Good job.
Okay.
So you hit the sweet spot on that whole gambling thing. So good job.
Yeah.
You win back probably as much as you lose, and your Helen. Was Helen? Did I get the name right?
Yeah, Helen.
Yep, and yeah, Helen is just happy enough. The fact that you're losing and winning so much gives a lot of spice to the rest of the players who are like, oh, I can actually play as well enough to win here and actually be rich, etc., etc. The odds are in the house. Spoiler alert. Excellent. Let's move to Peacock. What are you doing for your first round here? Oop, if you're talking, you're muted. Nope. Still muted. Trying. Oh goodness. Oh my.
No.
He's reconnecting. He's reconnecting. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry.
Nobody panic.
I can see you. Speak to me. Oh, Peacock. You got this. He's so close. He's troubleshooting. He's troubleshooting right now. Oh, Jesus. The headphones are... Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was terrifying.
Do I have audio?
Yes, you do. I can hear you now.
I'll be honest, I thought I would be the one to be having issues on this day.
I unplugged something on my microphone and never actually reconnected somehow.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what Peacock is doing is, since these ruffians have taken the name of Shanas in vain, he is going to go around to all of the shop owners that they were beating for protection money and convince them that, these ruffians were, up to no good. Shanas is a peaceful, mostly peaceful goddess who
Yeah.
who
about
doesn't
that.
like to be trifled with, as evidenced by this protection racket being put down so thoroughly. And regardless of what I roll, I'm going to be spending a little bit of coin to increase the result or the effect. So specifically, I'm trying to reduce the heat on us by getting these folks convinced that it was all this bad gang, and has nothing to do with this supposed cult of Shanas that might be running around.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and make your roll. Sounds like very
So
reasonable.
I wanted to sway for that.
Cool. And let's see. And is a friend or a contact helping you with this?
I don't think so.
You're
Because
solo?
I have Harker, as a jailbird, but he's not exactly one who I would go to
Mhm.
for trying to convince locals of good things.
Sure. Understood. Okay. Go ahead and let's make your roll. Again, I don't really, again, I don't think these can really go wrong. These aren't meant to go
Right.
wrong,
So for
and
like some of these, like reduce heat,
it's all
I
a
think
fortune
it's
roll,
actually a
basically.
fortune roll, because even on a 1 to 3 result, you still reduce a heat.
Right, and I'm not
There's
gonna.
no truly catastrophic effect.
Right, this is not the time to be visiting stuff on you.
So in the input value, you actually have the option to choose fortune roll, even on a skill.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, go ahead and
for the
go for it.
for the position. And I just lost the screen. There it is. The bonus dice.
Oh, nice.
So I am spending the coin, which I think is narratively me paying back. That poor old woman who's running the bakery by herself after her husband died.
Right.
Or that influential, cobbler. So I'm going to upgrade that to a critical
right.
effect to reduce 5 heat.
All right, I'm going to clear 5 heat. Give me a sec. All right. In the meantime, let's swivel on back to Neocree. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Getting some healing done. I have a nasty slice to the chest that needs to be tended.
Excellent. For the note, as a note, we're down to 4 heat now. 2, 3, 4,
We
5.
had
Yeah.
7, so it should be 2, right? We moved 5.
Yeah, whatever Cassie said.
1,
So I
2,
upgraded the
3, 4.
6 that I rolled to a critical 6.
Gotcha.
Oh.
All right.
So instead
You're
of
done.
reducing 3, I reduced 5.
Right, so which means we're down to 3. It was 8. Or yeah, it was down. It was 8. Or 9 would have been wanted. Yeah, so you're down to 3
Oh.
heat right now.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. All right. Sorry to interrupt you there, Alex.
No problem.
All right. So you're going to get some
Healing done with. I'll be getting assistance. I'll be speaking with Sawtooth about that, my Physica friend.
Oh, nice.
But better than a trained medic.
Cool. He is your friend. He's your dangerous friend. Who's on your side?
She's quite the character.
Nice. All right. Cool. Oh yeah. So what's her style of healing? Just establish.
She cut her teeth, so to speak, on the battlefield as a combat medic. So she's very much like the tried and true, like medicines, vials, tinctures, very alchemical and surgical approach to it. Standard medicine.
Standard medicine. Nice.
Standard medicine.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to give her a quality level of 1. So she's above you guys at 0. So go ahead and roll your fortune die. Let's see here. And actually,
Yeah.
let's
Do you
see.
get a +1 on that
Yeah.
because she's a friend?
Yeah, she's a friend. Yeah, add +1 to roll if it's a friend or contact. Helps with the activity. So yes, add. So let's go
Yes.
2.
All right. Oh. I've lost something.
What'd you lose? If room service is coming, just let us know. And
Oh, yep, lost connection for a second there.
we see you.
Mic.
You're good. As far as I can see.
All right. Roll for 2.
Nice. All right, a 5. So a 5 on the recover roll gives you 2 segments out of the 4. You can boost that to 3 with another coin if you want.
Yeah, it'd be better just to re-roll.
Oh, you mean spend the... Oh, well, this actually is the second downtime activity. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Oh, that's a good point. Cassie is on top of the rules.
Oh, yeah. Spend
So
the coin to
she's-
get another downtime.
Yeah, so that's what she's saying. So yeah, go ahead and let's do that.
I will do that. Yes, I'll
Alright,
spend a
spend
coin for that.
And that's why Cassie is awesome.
So let's try that one more time.
Please do.
Yeah.
All right, another 5. All right, that fills your clock at 4. Nice. So let's see here. So that basically bumps things down. So your slice of the chest is now gone.
Perfect.
And you can remove that as you like. And spend your coin.
There we go. Coin gone.
All right. Next to fish. Let's go to fish.
Okay, I think, well, I'm basically kind of repeating what I did the last time. And so it was training.
Oh, training. Okay.
correct?
What are you
Yeah,
training?
and that is, these are these items under insight, prowess, and resolve.
Or your playbook. Yes.
Oh, or the playbook. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna. Now, do I have to do it? Sorry, if you can remind me, do I just pick insight, prowess, or resolve to begin, or do I pick which sub item?
No, just the insight, prowess, or resolve, or the playbook. Any of those 4 things.
Okay. Okay, resolve. And how do I roll the dice for that? Just click
No,
resolve?
you don't. Nope. You mark, normally you would mark 1 XP, but since you have the special crew skill that allows you to double that, you get 2. So basically mark
So
2 of those
I just
ticks
go
off
ahead
there.
and mark it.
Yep, so you
Okay,
have 5
cool.
out of your 6. 1 more and you get to
Yeah.
advance something under resolve.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, so that's it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just a brief, I know last time you did some like cool attuning, so we'll assume you did that too, just to kind of move it along. If that's cool with you.
Sorry, what?
I know last time to kind of give the flavor to the training, you did a bunch of weird attuning, and I'll just kind of assume for the moment that you've done the same.
Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. So, sure, that's what I did.
So to role, basically, last time you trained, I asked you to, okay, from a roleplay sense, how are you training resolve? And you did some kind of weird attuning thing alone, and that was the flavor to justify your training. So I will,
okay.
again, I will
Whatever
assume
I
you did
can-
that.
Yeah, it worked again. Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, that brings us to Junker.
Okay.
What's your-
Well, I think that I will want to go ahead and reduce heat a little bit more.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
I think I want to tell me if this is okay. I want to use wreck for like creating distractions and chaos. And I basically just want to get a big bucket of paint and a stencil and go to Crow's Foot and just paint big symbols of the cult to intimidate people.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. I'm
And
down with that.
And basically said, yeah, we're here, don't fuck with us.
Now that may have some negative implications in the future, but for lowering your heat, that is awesome. Cool. Roll your let's see, roll your wreck and fortune. Very cool. Yeah, because getting wanted is terrifying in this game. It's like bad things happen. I can't imagine this crew having like, 4 or 5 wanted. You just might as well freaking just, commit mass suicide at that point. Nice.
Like
And you-
getting 5 wanted stars in Grand Theft Auto.
And then you
Exactly.
have the Bravos who get a turf for every wanted level.
Right. I mean, I think that's the reason they have jail.
Yeah.
There is that. All right, clear 3 heat.
Angel
So
Bird.
cool. Let's see what that brings us
Good
down
job on this
to.
on the heat reduction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
it wipes it out.
Let's see.
Went from 8 to nothing.
Yep, you're down to nothing. Good job. Awesome. All right, that brings us to Peacock one more time.
So I'm going to, I'm really focused on, not only spreading the word of Shanas, but also finding out. I'm still looking for that spirit that we can contact and work with. So I'm going to enlist Hutchins to see if anywhere in his research, he knows of, a suspicious death of, a cult member or something that, didn't get properly put down by the spirit wardens.
Yep, and your Christoph and Lorette, your adepts would also certainly be helpful with that if you wanted to go there. But either way,
either way, it's a contact. But yeah,
yeah, you've definitely justified that extra die. So very nice.
And I think that is just a fortune roll.
Yeah, let's see here.
1 extra die for the assistance.
Yep. Let me just look at that real quick. I'll make sure we don't chip here or anything.
Or unless you want to use unless you want to use a skill for it.
What you got?
This would be probably study.
Yeah, study. Oh, when you do study
Yeah,
plus
it's the same
plus
number of
1.
dice.
Got 2.
So
Works for me.
let's see what I get. It's slow going.
It's slow going. All right, so that's another segment that brings you up to 3 of 6, unless you want a booster.
Slow going.
Or do
nope, I am somewhat poor, as obsessed as I am with this. I need to,
Are you though? Have you pushed your obsession? Do you want to?
Well, I mean, the next step I think is I think I would do a third action, but I will let it go to someone else if they have another action.
Gotcha. So, just as a note, since it's opportune time to bring it up, so the very first member of our crew to get a trauma is Peacock, and he has chosen Obsessed with Shanas. So the cool thing about trauma is this. So if you max out your stress to to the final stress, you filled it in, you automatically get a trauma. So it's not the end of the world. It's not horrible. It's as impactful as you as a player want it to be. So the way the rules work is a trauma actually gives Peacock 1 extra way to earn XP if he kind of role plays this trauma hurting him or affecting him in some negative way. That earns him XP. However, if he wants to not play it at all or play it as this tiny little quirk that does nothing, that is also quite acceptable. So he could have all the traumas and be on the verge of death, or actually 4 is a max. I'm sorry. You have 3 or 4, depending on. There's like another advance you can get to get under the cults to get an extra trauma before you're taken out of play. But he could get 3 traumas, still play the character the exact same way, and that's, I, as a game master, have no problem with that. The rules, the mechanics, have no problem with that. That is absolutely fine. It's just that he's passing up on some opportunities to earn XP, which is his choice, which is cool. So I just want to kind of bring that up. This is our first touch with trauma. Yeah. So let's see. Does anyone want to spend another coin for another downtime?
I would like to do one other thing.
Sure.
The actual artifact. I would like to do a long-term project to study it with our adepts.
Okay. What's your goal to learn? And by the way, you're still researching shock gloves. I'm not sure if you want to take 2 long-term projects before you finish the one.
Well,
Just want to remind you that.
I could do that one too. I don't know.
I'm just putting it out there.
I guess I could finish the shock globes first, and then maybe once we get more artifacts or something, we kind of study them all together.
Cool. All right. So let's continue the shock gloves and see how we do. You're
Once again,
you're 2 out of 8 presently on the slices of pie.
and once again, she'll go to her friend Veldrin
Nice.
for assistance.
Oh, perfect. Nice.
Okay, fortune.
Okay. All right, that gives you 1 segment more.
1 segment.
Yep. All right, so you're 3 out of 8. Slow but sure, creeping up to those shock gloves. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. All right, cool. Anyone else? Last long-term
so
project,
I'm gonna-
etc.
I am going to spend a coin to take another tact at trying to find the spirit. And that is going to probably the nearest, I guess the nearest reef that can be reached by boat.
Ooh, nice.
And opening myself up to attune to the spirits present.
Very cool. All right, that sounds awesome. So yeah, let's. Are you
Probably nearest reef at low tide, shall I say?
exactly.
Where people may have perished.
Okay. So let's see. Let's see.
This could conceivably open me up to something other than a fortune roll, but that's up to you.
For the moment, we'll keep it safe. Again, there's more than enough challenge to be had during the other phases. Don't need to kill you during downtime. I would feel very, very bad about that.
Then this is just a fortune attune. And there's no one specifically helping me on this in terms of our contacts. Actually,
bring a freaking adept.
I'll take the adept with us.
Which one?
I will take
Christoph or Lorette.
Christoph.
You name them.
Yes, but I didn't have that sheet open.
That's fair. All right, so yeah, roll your 2 to die.
Bonus dice.
Nice.
We are considerably rolling poorly in some of these times.
Just to start with.
But again, one more segment. I make progress.
All right, so that's 4 out of 6. Oh, you're getting there. Next time's a charm. At least that's what the gambling establishment wants you to think.
Exactly.
Am I right there?
You're so close.
Cool. All right. So let's see. So next part. Let's see. So you've done the downtime actions, downtime activities. Now, let's see here. That brings us to your XP and advancement. So I do want to note we're probably going to hit like an hour before we even get done with this section. So not that I want to speed you guys up, but I just want to kind of set expectations that we're probably not going to be doing like one full circuit like ever during a game session, and that's cool. That's totally cool. But but the one circuit is the goal. So let's go for that without sacrificing actual play. I'm willing to sacrifice the circuit for you guys actually getting into your characters and having a great time. So that's the important part. So let's go to. I just want to make a note of that. But let's go to advancement. We can always find it, except when I want to find it. That's how this works. We're so good. Advancement. Here we are. Okay. So let's go to let's see. Let's start in the middle this time. Let's start with Junker.
All right.
Let's start with you. So what is your character XP? Basically, your XP trigger for your playbook.
When you play a leech, you earn XP when you address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem.
Gotcha. I think we could probably agree that you did something like that. What do you think?
Well, I think with her like setting up her sniper shot and throwing the smoke grenades and stuff and all that, I think she would probably get 2 for that.
Okay, sounds good to me. So that's 2. So let's go to. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I'm not entirely sure. I can't. This is why we should probably do EXP in the same session so we can remember what happened.
All right.
Uh,
Let's see here. Nothing. I mean, you were definitely itching to use your tinkering. I'm not sure if that's part of your background. Definitely wanted to use your gadgets here. But I'll let you
Yeah.
decide if that rose to that level of XP.
Yeah,
that you were sniping them with skill and expertise. That might.
These are we're on Dry's beliefs, heritage, or background.
Yeah. But I mean, if her background is combat oriented.
It's not. It's more research, if I recall.
Adventure archaeologist, yeah.
Okay. Anything further?
Or is it a heritage, maybe?
Savrosi type of thing.
Yeah, I think I can take like a 1 for what I did with that. That'd be fine.
Okay. Like in what sense? Out of curiosity.
Just for like inventing stuff and like going with her, like drugged out a engineer friend and help like them doing like crazy experiments and stuff.
Cool. Works for me. All right, so that's 3. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Not really, no.
All right. So that's 3. Go ahead and mark 3 ticks wherever you like.
Yes. I'm gonna try to get a playbook advancement. Need 3 more.
Nice. All right. Cool. Let's go to Fish.
Okay. You're probably going to have to help coach me through some of this again. I'm looking at the page, right? Page 48 in the book.
Okay. So it says at the lurk.
Down,
Right. So there should be something right near the top, without looking at the page myself, that says basically your XP trigger. Probably doing something stealthy.
Okay. Your playbook specific XP trigger. But and I guess that's who I am. Yeah, I'm a lurker. So I certainly took advantage of that. I snuck into a drinking establishment ahead of time to case the place. Came in the back door while everybody was being distracted by Peacock. Slipped the stone off the counter.
Cool. So it can be said that you addressed the
And
challenge with stealth and evasion.
yeah, and then slipped in when the fighting started. Slipped in behind the opposing gang and started stealthily cutting their Achilles tendons wherever I could,
Cool.
without them always necessarily realizing they were being flanked.
Okay. All right. So for that, I'm willing to say 2 if you are. It sounds like a whole lot of distraction, evasion, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's call that 2. Uh,
And I can take like I've got 1 resolve left. Can I
you
take
could do that. Yep. You do that to finish off your resolve. Use one of those. But let's first get your total. So yeah.
Okay.
So we have 2. So now let's.
All right.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I didn't say anything to anybody. I don't think necessarily I mean, I was there, which has to do with belief, but I don't think that really goes far enough.
Okay.
Drives, uh, I'm not sure what would count as drives. I mean, that would, to me, that would just sort of fold into a desire to not necessarily be that seen, but that's, it just goes into the stealth stuff. I was no real background stuff. I mean, I wasn't doing
Okay.
anything with gondolas or diving underwater or anything.
All right.
Didn't
Okay.
struggle. I didn't struggle with any vice issues.
Okay. All right. So we'll call it 2 for you.
All
So go
right.
ahead.
So I'm gonna pick 1 resolve. Now that fills up those bars. Does that mean?
Yep. So basically take them all away and put 1 dot anywhere you like under resolve. So your second dot of attune, 1 dot of command, 1 consort, 1 sway.
I'm gonna do a second dot for attune. Whoops.
Okay. And then wipe out the resolve. Kind of going back to
Okay,
0.
and then I can do 1 under playbook advancement.
Sure. So yeah, put 1 tick under playbook advancement.
All right.
Cool. All right. Now on to Peacock.
Mhm.
Let's see. So let's
So
go.
as far as my XP triggers,
Mhm.
I didn't roll any desperate actions. I think I did address a couple challenges with deception or influence, both in terms of luring the men out, um, and then keeping their attention, so that they didn't focus on for instance the sniper on the roof.
Sure. Sure. So do you want to go 1 or 2 for that part?
Roll I think 2 for that.
Okay. Let's go 2. So let's see. So how
And
about
then
beliefs, drives, heritage, background?
I believe I would do 1 for this for the um, giving back to um, the people that were intimidated and shook down by the false worshippers.
What part
Both
would
in
that come
terms of
under?
I think it's more just being like a good citizen, so being a good Akarosian person. Yeah, quote unquote good. Yes, yes, yes. But realizing that the city doesn't function if people um, can't live their lives reasonably unmolested.
Gotcha. All right. So that's a drive. We'll call it a drive. Okay. So
I didn't actually struggle with any issues from Vice. I did get trauma, but I don't think I necessarily struggled with it this session.
that's fair.
You were doing your obsession thing. I think you could take XP for that.
I mean, I did put extra money into it. So I could go with that.
Okay. So another 1.
Yep. So 4,
4. Okay.
and I am putting them all in playbook.
Nice. All right. Which leaves us with. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, here we go. Breaker. Let's start off with. Let's see. I don't know if you addressed anything with violence. I'm
I
struggling.
don't know.
I'm struggling
Did
here.
It was pretty uneventful for him. I think I'm gonna get I'd say a 2 for that one.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
caused enough physical damage and mayhem and destruction that sure I'd believe too. All right. How about beliefs, drives, heritage, background?
I think that's a 2 as well. I mean, there is the fact that like that whole frontal assault was his rage over the sacrilege. They also there was some military background too with him looking at it, him
Sure.
surveying it like he was back in the like he surveyed many installations back during his military days.
Cool. All right. So that's 4. Vice or traumas? Any suffering, struggling?
Yeah, none of that. I could have been, but I chose not to risk overindulgence.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So mark off 4.
All right.
Right.
I will mark 3 to resolve, which gives me a new point.
Okay.
And
Remember, you get 2
to
for each.
playbook.
That's only if you train.
Oh, it's all if you train. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I thought it was when you. Oh, it's only when you train. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So 3 in there, and then.
Yeah. The 2 extras only when you train. Yeah. Now the real question: attune or sway?
I can't say.
I'll go with attune just because it's good at that.
Because really, when are you gonna sway? Really?
Yeah, sway doesn't seem like you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Mostly, I'd probably just try and command at reduced effect.
Yeah, sway would be, this guy
But
you're
like you can
torturing,
kind of
you would say,
command
oh,
people. It's rude, but you can kind of get away with it using it on people. Commanding the spirit to not eat you is a bit more difficult.
There is that.
Attuning
good
to
point.
try and understand it and communicate with it, or resisting it, or avoiding it. Help me deal with the supernatural. I am in a cult after all.
There is that. All right. So okay. So that actually we have to do crew advancement rather. So let's see here. Do that real quick. I don't need much explanation. Let's see y'all. All right. So I think let's see 1, 2. This is our second. So we already got the reps. You guys have 4 rep. You're getting up there. Let's see. Okay, so crew specific trigger. Yeah, you pretty much went all in on the whole advancing your god type thing. So there's that. Let's see here. Contend with challenges above your current station. I'm gonna say no. These guys are really your tier equal. Let's see. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. I would say I'd be willing to go 2 there if you guys are cool with it, since your reputation is, violent, brutal.
Yes.
Actually, you're brutal, and I can't. You pretty much brutalized in every way that someone can be brutalized. That's 4. And express goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of your crew. I'm gonna say 1 for that. You certainly, the big. Well, I'm almost willing to give 2 because you got an artifact of your god, and you put down some posers. So, what do you guys think? 1 or 2?
I could see 2, considering that there was a 2-pronged plan. We treated both of the aspects as equal, as necessary things, and we dealt with both at the same time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that's actually 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We still stay true to our roots as acquisition focused,
Nice.
while still serving the goddess.
Cool. All right, so you guys, to keep you guys in the tally, you're still tier 0, but you are 4 rep into that. Another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 8, and you can advance to tier 1, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Did our crew level up?
The
No.
crew advancement is too short of leveling up.
Yep.
Okay.
So 2 more, and you get a new crew advancement. So very cool stuff.
All right.
All right, so we've done that, and that completes our cycle. Now would be free play. I'm interested. I know we talked about like how we would get scores. So I've kind of I have a couple options for you guys, and kind of I'll introduce each to the players involved. So and kind of go with that. Do you guys want to jump into anything else before we go straight into figuring out a score, or are you pretty much settled?
I'm good.
I'm pretty well set.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Sure.
All right. Okay. So let's see. Let's for kicks break you guys up in pairs. Who would be paired with whom? Just for sake of I'm forcing you to pair with somebody. Who would these pairs be? With no other information.
I think.
Let's see. Junker will go with Adrian this time.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I'm fine
Yeah,
with
because
that.
it's a switch off from the other time, which is cool. Cool. So let's see. So I'm gonna basically there'll be two different approaches here. So let's see. So Fish and Peacock. You are kind of you're spending time in the lair when the adepts come up. Your two favorite little people in the whole wide world. And they every time they talk to you, no matter how mundane it is, it always looks like what they're about to tell you is a cataclysmic, world-shaping event, and this is it. This is it.
Are we out of butter again?
Exactly. But again, this is like their entire lives is like basically researching for you guys. They're your academic peons. So yeah, so they come to both of you very concerned. They do the
Let
double
me guess.
speak.
Somebody stole your sweet roll.
They don't get sweet rolls in the downstairs.
I look up from my book. What vexes you two today?
They do their double speak, which I get dizzy if I do it for too long, so I won't. But you get the idea. They alternate words or syllables even sometimes. They strangely even stutter together. It's weird. But they basically communicate, there are fellow worshippers in need of protection. And you guys, and you guys in your relationship with the cult, you guys are like the agents of this cult. You are, you might be a tier 0 crew, but this is you're like the soldiers of this group, of this worship. And of course you have worshippers that's their thing. They just believe in the god, however fervently, goddess rather, excuse me, however fervently, and they're there to give love and worship to the goddess. So this is such a group.
So there are other people in the lair besides us and the acolytes?
Nope. These people are elsewhere. You're being told of
another
there are worshippers out there. Again, they're not everyone is like you guys where you're the agents. There's just plain old fashioned devout worshippers out there, and they tend to group together. This is one such group. So they basically describe they're being harassed by gondoliers. And the next best step is to protect them in some fashion. So yeah, So that's there. So you I'll let you guys do with that for a little while, the implications thereof. We'll go to the other guys. We have Fish and Junker. You guys are kind of you can't stay around the lair all the time. That would kind of defeat the purpose of being badasses, being just stuck in a lair constantly. Every now and then you have to actually do stuff. You have to get out there. That's do stuff that's not completely illegal, or at least mostly not illegal. And this is one of those times you guys are kind of making I won't say a snack run, but foods. You need foods to support this kind of worshipful calorie expenditure. And not you actually run into a person who is looking for you, and so you not so much run into them as you kind of get the word that there's a person looking specifically for Junker, and kind of let the crumbs get to you type of thing. And Junker, this person. It's Nogs Fretmeyer, and she is a fellow Severosi, and you know that she is a member of the Silvernails, of which you guys have a +1 reputation, I believe, right now.
Yes.
Yes, she approaches you, and she kind of sees that you're with someone, and takes a look at Fish. She looks Fish up and down, kind of like he's
I'm
a
with
meal.
Adrian right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, Adrian. I'm sorry. I'm messing up who's where. Okay, so she'll do the same to him. Adrian Cross. She looks Adrian Cross up and down, like it's her next meal type of thing. She's trying to decide if he's good to eat or not. And kind of in the gruff way that the Severosi work, she kind of positions herself so she kind of wedges herself between the two of you and looking towards Junker. And she's like, "We have to talk. I have a deal for you. I'll make it worth your while."
Yeah, Junker just tilts her head and all right.
And she probably feels the breath of Adrian Cross very, very heavily on her collar. But she kind of, you can see that, there's this part of her that likes preserving her life that's a little concerned, but there's business to be done. So she kind of puts a hand on Junker's arm. She's like, "I know where to find another of your goddess's artifacts. I've heard you come into possession of one. I'm willing to get you another. And it just so happens to do so means helping me." And she basically kind of looks over to to the west, where you see the lightning fields in the distance. And in your case, just past White Crown on the west, off that little west island. And she's like, you know, she basically explains in no uncertain terms that her crew is dead. They all died. And she's kind of you can see in that Severosi way she's barely holding it together. It's like they're dead, every damn one of them. I was the only survivor, and I got back from the Deadlands. And it just so happens, and she takes out this like parchment paper with the drawing on it. And you see there's something familiar about it. It's basically it's a stone. But it's a very specifically shaped stone. She's like, "This is the artifact I found. In fact, I was sketching it just as we were ambushed by the spirits." And she's basically like, my people are dead, and they didn't get culled. They're walking out there, and it's my fault. And I have to make this right or die trying. So, think about it.
Yeah. She'll nod and look at the paper and say,
Yeah,
"We'll
she'll leave it with you.
Yeah, we'll make sure to recover their spirits."
With that, she on the back of the paper you see like the street address of a inn. It looks like the Deathlands place she's talking about is actually like to the east of where you're at. White Crown would lead you into the ocean, basically. The east into the Old North Port area. over here if you're looking at your map.
All right. I assume when she said they're all dead, she just means her squad, not the entire Silver Nails.
I think, yeah, she would have probably been a little more animated. Where is she talking about the entire crew, the entire gang? But yeah, she leaves you with the note with her address on the back, or at least where
Alright.
she's staying for now. That will very soon not be worth anything because she'll have moved on.
Okay.
Cool. So I'll leave you guys. Let's see. So we're in free play mode. So please free play amongst yourselves. Let's figure out what score we want. Let's back at the lair or elsewhere or wherever you like. In the grotto, even.
I guess I don't quite understand when you say we're figuring out what score we want. We're trying to decide which one of these two things we want to pursue.
Yep.
Yeah, you can only do one today. So this is me not railroading you into the one adventure I want you to go on. This is me having many adventures I want you to go on and giving you a choice of what poison you choose, basically.
Okay.
I can choose for you, but I'd rather not.
Sure. I have to confess, during the not us question, because you were looking at the map and giving cardinal directions, I got obsessed with the fact that the map that we're looking at here is twisted so north is to the left, and that just drives me crazy.
Oh, there is that. Yeah, I forgot that myself.
Yeah. So I kind of was so obsessed with that, I missed an awful lot of what.
Well, we won't let them fill us. Because as Breaker and Junker, come in, I'm slamming my hands on the table saying, these gondoliers have pissed me off for the last time.
I'm kind of interested. I mean, because I don't know what the other option is. I mean, I'm intrigued by doing something with the gondoliers. And after the first session, Scott, you said something about the gondoliers are looking for fish.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the I forget what the reason for that was. It was some bad roll or something, or an entanglement or something to that effect. I believe it was your first entanglement. Yeah, so that's basically they're looking for fish.
And are they still looking for fish?
I don't know. Are they fish? We'll find out. Fish.
I don't know.
You do have a
Well,
minus one
if we go with the
relationship with them.
gondolier.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd say go with the gondoliers because that's the only one I actually grasp. So
I kind of want to see the Deathlands.
Oh, okay.
I was just narratively saying what I would say was as they're coming in before hearing their side of the story of of the Silver Nails needing help.
Okay.
What's this?
You mean the Deathlands to the south, right?
Technically, yes. I'm almost
whichever direction. The
yeah,
bottom
whichever
right
direction.
of the map.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to just change the directions and be
west,
done with it.
One of those directions.
Deathlands are Deathlands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So, in response to the outburst as he walks in, what about the gondoliers?
They're harassing some of our fellow cult members.
That is unfortunate.
First they acquire one of our artifacts, then they harass our members. What's next?
That is unfortunate.
And you have one of them.
Timing.
And you have one of their friends, secreted away in our storage area. It's just not good. Not good at all.
Speaking of an artifact, one of my contacts has reported that they have found another artifact that we could recover. They were scouting out some abandoned buildings just outside the lightning field when they were attacked by ghosts. They lost most of their squad.
Ghosts, you
They,
say?
they said that we need to. I would like to recover their spirits and recover this artifact if possible. Or at least put their spirits to rest.
Like, ghosts are easy enough to deal with if you know how. They can be reasoned with. But an artifact, another one. That's intriguing. The more artifacts we acquire, the more power and influence we have.
And I'll note that as you guys are taking some time now to kind of seriously assess this and look things over, the astute amongst you, the studious, may notice, or not, that the drawing that is there of this rock, it's a little more vertical. You know, there's a lot of interesting curves to it. But if you kind of do the 3D math, it looks like the one you have may just fit into the curve of the other. Maybe not. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it's a bad drawing.
I mean, I think the only person that would figure that out would be, I don't know, a scholar of some sort, perhaps a
Yeah,
painter.
almost as if it's too bad we don't have any of those.
And of course not.
Breaker will while we're deciding about this, he will he'll tell the acolytes that we have I'll just do it actually. What are their names again?
Christoph and Loretto.
Christoph, Loretto. We have a drawing of a potential artifact. Do you recognize it?
They kind of take the sheet and they kind of look at each other, then look at it, and they kind of do the thing where, again, they're almost like one mind, where they look at it from different angles, and you can kind of see them if they were some kind of laser shooting robot, where they'd be scanning it from the different sides and computing it together. I like the bust of the goddess. And they kind of look at you guys like, you really should know this if you're a follower. I shouldn't have to freaking explain this to you.
We are
Kind
a
of
little
look
behind.
Hey, give him time. He needs time to become an avatar of the goddess.
Yes. Yeah, the bust of the goddess. And they do like that. Yeah.
Of course. Of course that's what it is.
Of course. Oh my
We must
God.
acquire it.
Yeah, Joker just sits there and like this thinks. Okay.
The gondoliers can wait. We will bring
As
vengeance
much as
upon them with the newfound artifact.
As much as it pains me, now is not the time for the fury. Now is the time for still waters and calm heads. The bust of the goddess is not something that can be allowed to slip away. Not when there's an opportunity to acquire it and bring it back to its proper place.
Fish, are you in? Outside the lightning barrier? Or do you wish to go after your old friends?
Are you talking to Fish?
Mhm.
Well, Fish says, "Oh, really, bust of the goddess." I suppose, but the Badlands, it's dry out there. There's no water, as far as I know. Okay, we'll do that, but then we're gonna keep with the gondoliers. How's that?
There's ghost water.
Jesus.
I
Yeah,
believe with the fog, it's wet everywhere.
yeah,
Okay.
that's funny.
If,
nice,
if it's,
nice, damp, moist.
if it's a water fog.
Ghost fog.
Could be ghost fog.
Cool. So, all right, let's see. We're closing in on the break, but not there yet. So let's try to accomplish some stuff first. So we have a score that we want. Again, if you guys want to do some kind of gather information for this, that's cool. We'll limit it to 2, and you really don't need any. You can choose to do what you like. I definitely
Yeah.
want to give you the latitude to play it the way you want to play it.
One of the things that I think would be very important going outside the lightning barrier is get protective equipment. Usually, I imagine like the Deathland scavengers, they have like big gas masks and stuff like that. So if we're going to go outside the lightning barrier, we probably want to try to acquire stuff that ourselves, like that ourselves.
Okay.
I guess it'd be like a lot of magical trinkets and wards and things like that. Since the biggest issue with the Deathlands is more the magical and supernatural.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, there was like this miasma in the
Oh.
Deathlands too. So that's why they kind of use it
Ah.
like masks.
Cool. So, so basically, you're trying to gather information, or are you more looking to actually get some items?
We
Yeah,
should
just
probably have someone. Yeah, probably have someone doing gather a what was it?
Acquire an asset.
Acquire an asset, and an asset would be Deathland Scavenger protective gear. Let's say.
So I think
Or-
in order to do that, you have to do it as a downtime action.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But you can spend a coin to go back and do a downtime action.
yeah, we could spend a coin to get the gear if necessary.
Sounds good. So let's see here. So what are you looking to get? Like, what are those called? There's a word for them. The little medallions. What the hell? It's
Well,
yep.
Spirit Bane charms.
Spirit Bane charms. Those are good. But what does it have like a tier for
Yeah,
that?
everybody has those like just
Yeah.
naturally though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
part of
one
the
of the items
thing?
most people
Yeah.
can select, and they're
Oh.
in their gear.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so that can be just part of your load. That's awesome. So do you want to? You guys want to? If you guys want to get like that kind of breathing gear, let's. I'll say yeah. Spend a coin and it's yours.
Does the gang spend the coin or individual?
Yeah, I think the gang does have a coin, so it's
Yeah,
probably
you have 2 coins in the
it's
vault.
probably
So
best to pull from the gang.
okay, unless somebody
Yeah,
wants to
exactly.
volunteer their own cash. All right. Everybody's good with taking a coin from the vault.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
done.
I'm good with that.
You're down to 1
Do you-
coin.
Do you want to just say do you want to like do an acquire asset roll for that?
Sure. Let's see. Well, I'm just gonna put it at like a tier 1 type of thing. So, yeah, if you wanna do like the acquire asset, we'll see if you can get like more or something like that. Let's see how. Of course. See how. Back to downtime. All right. Acquire asset. So yeah, let's see. Gain temporary use of an asset. That's fine. So yeah. Why don't you do a quality? Guys, do a quality roll. We can do it like that. Go ahead and so your quality is 0 right now. So the coin gets you the ability to make this roll, but you have to basically roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
Since the Silver Nails are helping us with this stuff, and they do go out into the Deathlands, would they be able to like give us an extra die as a friend?
Sure. Yeah, I would say that's cool. Your contact there would count as that kind of thing, and she wants you to succeed. So, yeah, let's give you 1 die. So someone wants to make a fortune roll for the crew.
Go for it, Cassie.
Okay. So that'll just be 1 die, right?
That is correct. Ooh, a 5.
Nice.
So 5 gets you. Let's see here. Tier. So tier 0. So I'm gonna say this is tier 1. So if you guys want it, somebody, the either someone or the crew needs to spend 1 more coin.
Let's see.
And
I
I'm
have no coin to spend.
okay. Why don't we take it from the vault? You can always reinvest in the vault when you're ready.
I will spend a coin.
All right. Excellent. All right. So the gear is
For the
yours.
glory of
The
Shanas.
Excellent. All right. So that gear will be yours. I'm not gonna call it part of your load for purposes of this. It's you've done the work to get it. Let's go into let's see. You guys want to take 5-minute early break?
Yeah.
Or do you
let's
want to?
do it.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's do
I
our.
guess I say
Let's
this
do
is a
our.
good time to take 5.
Yep. Okay, so let's do our 10-minute break. We'll be back in 10, and we'll continue. We'll get the engagement going.
Okay.
Sounds good. See you in 10.
Alright.
See you in 10, guys. Alrighty, we're back. All right, so it looks like we're going on an expedition to get an artifact called Ghosts. Pardon me, survive that whole thing. So let's do this. All right.
Usual.
Yes, the usual. All right. So step 1. What type of plan are we looking at here? What type of engagement?
I mean, personally, I think I'd. So hold on, let's actually go by the plans that are listed, right?
We have assault. Do violence. Lure, trick, manipulate, trespass unseen, engage a supernatural power, negotiate, bargain, or persuade, or carry cargo or people through danger. What'll it be?
I mean,
Where is that list? What page?
In the book, 127.
Okay.
Planning and engagement.
Let's see.
I think it would likely be either occult or social.
That's if you want to talk to the ghosts.
Well, I am actually uniquely qualified that I can do social actions with ghosts without a problem. Like even if they're angry, I can still communicate with them. So even if they've completely lost their marbles, I can make friends with them.
Nice.
Well, that seems reasonable. I mean, Junker's motivation is she definitely wants to try to put the spirits to rest or something. She wants to do something to help, like, the spirits of the dead Severosi people, as well as recover the artifact.
Right. So you're specifically looking to help the spirits of the Silver Nails, correct?
Yes.
So it's not necessarily you're not necessarily looking to help the spirits that killed them.
Yeah, she
Right.
doesn't care about those spirits.
So maybe our goal is really more of an occult, dealing with a supernatural power. Sorry, engaging a supernatural power.
Cool. True.
That would still include you being able to negotiate.
Well,
with
yeah, I
the
mean,
spirits.
I think narratively I'd be trying to get us out, but
Mhm.
you know, how we engage with them, you know, is probably up for debate.
Okay.
I mean,
Do we have the ability to engage with them physically? Or as close as we can to physical with a ghost?
there's also like you could go like a transport angle, as we're able to get there, pick up the item, and like get it back into the lightning barrier.
Which is more of a stealth, probably, trespass unseen.
Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
the transport plan.
Yeah, I just don't know if
I
we're really
think-
carrying cargo, you know.
Well, the artifact would be the cargo,
Right.
wouldn't it?
But we're trying to sneak it out of there. Stealth would probably fit more because there's like an active threat in the area. Instead of getting from safety to safety through danger,
Mhm.
we're sneaking in and out of danger.
Ah, okay.
So it could be like, well, we've got stealth or deception. I'm curious. Deception is lurk, trick, or manipulate. That sounds like a curious combination of being able to talk to the spirits and distract them while, you know,
People do some
stealthily slipping in and
stealing.
grabbing the artifact.
Hmm.
I think a cult fits best with what I would want to do.
Sadly, I cannot fight ghosts yet. That will have to be. That could
Soon.
be my next special ability, where I can punch ghosts.
Technically, I don't think they're completely invulnerable. They're just kind
This is
of.
true. They're
Yeah.
just
Right.
very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, the way I imagine them
But soon I
is
can punch them.
ghosts in this setting are like floating clouds of electric mist.
Yep.
So I mean, you can
Can
hurt
be
them.
either
It's just a
more.
lot harder.
Yeah.
So
And based on their power, they can be more or less resembling of their original form. How connected, how cohesive they are.
Yes.
I mean, I guess if we can't deal with them that easily, I think we should choose engagement of social instead.
I mean, well, we do have a tune. I mean, I have
Yeah.
a tune. Adrian picked up some attune.
I have a little bit of a tune.
I've got 2 attune dots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe we
Go
can
with
deal
that
with them.
big attune.
Let's engage away.
All right, so we're
Let's be in
going.
desperate
So-
positions.
But soon I can engage with my fists.
Engage supernatural power. Okay.
Okay, so we are choosing the occult.
For a little bit of clarification, engaging a supernatural power means what we're talking about, like talking to them. Like
Engage,
engage
interact.
with them.
Engage doesn't, in my, at least the way I'm understanding it, doesn't necessarily mean like you're trying to destroy them. You are interacting with them in some fashion, be that violent, reasoning, or elsewise. Specifically using an arcane method to do so.
Arcane, yeah.
Basically, yeah, we're not going to
Trying to-
try and sneak around them. We're going to encounter them.
You're
Where
gonna,
you are using some sort of, or you are using our knowledge of the arcane to deal with them.
Okay. And okay, so it's an occult engagement. So the detail is what the arcane method. So what's your method you're going to use?
Power.
It sounds like a whole lot of attuning going on. Since I don't think you guys have a ritual yet that you can
Yeah.
make use of, and you really don't
No, I
have
mean, I
the
think-
opportunity to.
Maybe we could
So,
just take a lot of water from the grotto and just put it on a big cask and take it out there and use it to do some kind of arcane ritual to like put the spirits to rest.
Gotcha. Now you don't actually
Hmm.
have a ritual yet, so not that you can't.
Right.
But it's
flying on the seat of our pants.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is what this is supposed to be. So let's
Yeah.
go with it. All right. So you're trying to do a ritual.
Oh. Oops, all demons.
Oops, all demons. All right. So you're trying to do a ritual,
So is a
basically.
ritual something that we would come up with during
Downtime.
or
Yeah. Ritual. Learning a ritual from scratch is more like, yeah, it's a downtime action. just kind of like
another
It's like
just another
crafting, but
thought on-
it's like crafting, but even more deadly and powerful
exactly.
and risky.
Okay. All right. Would there be any possible advantage of bringing along the stone we have to convince them that they should give us the other stone, which fits so neatly together, and that won't do them any good because they're
Uh,
just
I
not
think
one of
there's.
us?
I don't think
know.
there's any harm in us bringing the stone.
I think we could also like
Potentially
maybe,
losing it.
maybe use it like
Yeah,
a
that's what
dowsing
I'm
rod.
thinking. Yeah.
We could like maybe use it like a dowsing rod or a magnetic to try to lead us to the other piece.
Or attune
a
with
sort
it.
of reverse dowsing rod. So
Yes, attune with the artifact of Shanath. That's perfect.
Yeah, and just use it to like lead us to the other piece, like send
Yeah.
like radar pulse or something. I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
I think it would have to use the gushing of the loss,
Sure.
the indicator.
I mean,
Okay.
attuning with it might help. Maybe you could like through attuning with it, you could sense you could follow the ethereal connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the question is, and again, I don't want to spend too much time on this. This is not what the game is about. So we basically are engaging in supernatural power. This is an occult thing. Are we using this makeshift kind of jury-rigged ritual to interact with the spirits in some way, or track down this artifact? I need that question answered first, and then we can kind of get moving. That's
Yeah,
the answer to the arcane method question.
with the ritual, I was thinking that we basically just get a bunch of water from our grotto, put it in a barrel, take it there, and use the water to basically put the spirits to rest somehow.
Okay. All right. So is everyone on board with that? Basically, so you're interacting with the spirits. It's not necessarily a track down the
Seems
artifact type thing. Okay. Cool. Sounds good to me. If everybody's on board, we'll make the engagement roll.
I was gonna say if all else fails, we'll drown everyone.
There is that. All right. Okay. So let's start off the process. So just for luck, we got one die for the engagement roll. All right. So let's go do the questions. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
We're going outside the lighting barrier.
Seems like it.
With a jury rigged not understood at all ritual.
Right, exactly. All right, that's definitely we'll take daring. So that's one extra die. So that's 2. Is it overly complex or contingent on many factors? I don't think so. So we're not going to remove any. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I don't think so.
We're just guessing at the target. We don't really.
Does it?
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So I don't think it does. At least I don't. I'm willing to go with you guys. All right. So let's say no. It does not expose a particular weakness. We're kind of working with this ritual. So no +1 there. Let's see. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? I could go either way. It is like you're out of your element. You're in the outside the freaking ghost field into like the Dreadlands or whatever the hell they're called. So that might be one, but I'm willing to say no, only because again, these are the spirits you're running into are not necessarily from any given. They're not necessarily the silver nails or anything like that. They're not working together, etc. So I'm not concerned about that. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight in this operation? I'm going to say yes. You already have the contact, the Silvernail, the survivor, who is absolutely guiding you literally to where you're going and helping you through things. So let's say +1 on that. Enemies or rivals? Doesn't seem so, at least not that you're aware of, and not that are affecting this. Are there any elements you want to consider, like tier issues? I'm gonna say, you guys, assuming you guys have the ability to use spirit charms in your load if you choose. So I'm gonna say no. I'm not too concerned about that.
Do we get anything for like our protective gear?
No, I'm just saying that you would be, if you had no protective gear, you would be at a negative here. I'm saying you've already dispelled that negative by having
Okay.
access. So yeah, okay. So right now I have you at 3. Does anybody have any thoughts on that? Are we good with that?
Sounds good to me. More
All
than
right.
I was expecting, so I'm happy.
All right. Who hasn't rolled an engagement roll yet?
I have.
I have also.
Probably me, if anybody else has, but I don't know how to do that.
No problem. It's just a fortune roll. So, Fish, why don't you
It's
do it this
in-
time? So
It's
basically,
in the crew mode. There's an engagement. There's a roll engagement button.
Okay. Uh, where is that button?
Just underneath the sacred sites.
Oh, roll engagement, right?
Yep.
Roll engagement, okay. Number of dice? What did
3.
you say?
3 dice.
All right. Okay.
All right, we got a 5. You're still doing well. Not
Okay.
perfect. All right. All right. So let's see. So that leaves you. Let's see.
No, you rolled a
Wait,
6.
I see 6.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I did not go down from Junker's roll. All right, 6 again. Jeez, this is really sad. It's all controlled and stuff.
Sad.
Yeah, it's sad for
Oh,
action.
we
Yeah.
got
for the
low
GM.
numbers during downtime.
Yeah. So okay.
Now
So
we
yes.
get the high ones where it matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So okay. So engagement roll, just as a way of explanation again to remind you. So this is just how things start out. Things can go really, really well or really, really bad from here, or somewhere between. This roll has no real bearing on that. This is just kind of how you start out and how you deal with what you first are hit with, and then we kind of go from there. So 6 engagement is awesome. So good job, Roland. All right, so that means it's a controlled situation. You start off controlled. So I'll say, so you basically have been taken to the spot. It's actually, so it's in the Old Port area, Old North Port, which is, okay, it's south, technically. I'm tempted to just call it east because that's how our freaking map is working. I don't know. Yeah, I don't get that either. But anyway, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So so as not to confuse anybody, I'm just going to say we're in the area of the Old North Port. So this is again, this is an Old North Port. It was abandoned somewhat suddenly. This was a shipping port. There were items and artifacts and things going in and out and back and forth, and goods to be sold and bought and transported as a waypoint out to another place, etc. So there's a lot of like, again, there's a lot of chaos here. So basically, if you could picture it, it's always dark. You can kind of see every now and then you kind of get that, that movie effect where in the movies, you're on the person's face and there's like this flash and it's like, the lightning in the foreground. That's what you're kind of getting from the lightning fields behind you. As they kind of zip and zap all over the place, in contrast to the complete darkness of this area. There's not a lantern besides. What's that?
Oh, it's kind of the spirit bug zappers.
Kind of. Well, it at least keeps them at bay. Yes, we're not sure if it kills.
Nope.
Yeah. So basically, it's you guys probably have your little light sources around, so that's how you're seeing. You have to have something. But there's nothing else here. This is true dark. There's just nothing around. The area.
Choose load.
Yes, we will be doing that shortly. I want to just get the description and then we can kind of figure out what we're going from there. So everything has just this kind of bluish gray hue to it. And it's just like, it's not this garbage disposal area like you envision, like a ruin being, like a modern ruin. Things they left in a hurry, so there's definitely stuff strewn about. You see, like, on a distant like table outside one of the the port master's area, you probably passed like a meal that was not finished and has been rotting for years now. Long evaporated coffee. You can smell the oldness of it. But it's not like everything's destroyed. It's certainly, it's been, some things have collapsed due to weather and whatnot, and there's certainly a bunch of dust, but this is not. This is like, if you put some work into it, you could probably live here safely in the terms of like building habitation and stuff like that. Kind of like if a neutron bomb went off, killing everything organic and leaving behind everything else. So yeah, that's where you are. So the ritual happens. You guys basically, you do what you were talking about, like the water from the grotto. Did you bring the artifact? I forget.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. So you brought the artifact. Water gets poured on it as part of this. You guys kind of link in a circle. I'm assuming maybe you like as a circle, instead of holding hands, you touch each other's like chest brands or something like that. The thing that links you guys together. And basically you're unharassed by ghosts up until this point. You could tell, those of you who have a good attune, that it was like on the edge of your vision almost, in that peripheral vision that's constantly there. You could kind of see them at the outskirts of where you're moving, kind of watching you, kind of like the wild animal stalking its prey, kind of getting to know it before it leaps, that kind of thing. So relatively unmolested, a little, what do you call it? What's the term? Let's see. Yeah, so basically like, just a looper, the loop kind of rolling around as it kind of goes through the last moments of its traumatic life, that kind of thing. And then kind of notices you maybe peripherally, but generally ignores you, that kind of thing. So yeah, you're doing this ritual, and kind of as you're finishing it, there's this power building in each of you. It actually almost hurts. It's feeling like, you're about to explode, and this is the power of this ritual trying to escape you. Again, this is not a ritual you actually learned, studied, practiced, mentally and spiritually prepared for. This is one you kind of figured would work, and you're doing it on the spur of the moment.
Junker has a theory.
Yeah, Junker has a theory. So exactly. And so that's where you're at. Before you see several mists swirl around, and I'll say like 3 of them form, and it's immediately you kind of look to your companion, what's her name? Nogs Fretmeyer. And she knows each of these 3. They are Silvernails who have passed.
Oh yeah, before we get into the action, we need to pick the load too.
I am totally on that. Not a worry. I just want to establish where we're at. We're good. All right, so load. Let's go load. Everybody wants to talk load, and we probably should. So what are you each looking for? This is an easy one, so let's start with Peacock.
I'm going normal.
Normal. Cool. Bunker.
I'll just go heavy again. I don't see any reason. Why not?
Gotcha. All right, heavy. Fish.
I'm going to go normal. Fish, I think, would often prefer light for stealthy reasons, but fish feels a little bit out of water here. So
Oh, I got that. That was a double entendre.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't miss that one. Cool. How about Adrian? Breaker.
I'd say heavy.
Heavy? Okay.
Operative on a mission.
Yeah.
To
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys
reunite.
are spending just a bit of time, traversing the actual city, so it's like, it's not like you would rouse a whole lot of attention. You're probably kind of getting fully geared up once you're, breaching the barrier. And these things happen, it's every now and then there's like there are spots that people in your profession know of the spirit barrier where it's like it breaks for just a couple seconds at a time. Luckily most spirits haven't figured it out, or they don't really learn also. So it's not considered a breach, but these are kind of like the things that and your Severosi friend gets you through also. All right. Yes, so there's our loads. You have 3 spirits in front of you, and you just know there are potentially way, way more around you at the periphery of this kind of area you're standing at in the dock areas. What do you do? The basically this ritual is successfully allowed you to kind of, at least for now, interact safely ish with the spirits. You did well. What do you do?
We've never actually sent a spirit to rest, correct?
Nope, we don't know how that works, but you can tell me.
Well, I mean,
Punch it.
yeah, I mean,
You can
in
punch it
this,
a lot, and that would probably work eventually, but I wouldn't
yeah,
recommend it.
yeah. In the lore of the game, I know the gates of death are closed. Spirits cannot go to the afterlife.
Yeah,
So
technically
you
they
have
have
to.
to be destroyed.
Yeah,
So,
with lightning.
So maybe we've talked a little bit about this on the way over, but I'm like, now's the time to infuse them into the water, the sacred water.
Will that destroy
So
them?
I'm sort of proposing that they get absorbed into our sacred water.
Yeah.
Could be
Okay.
good, could be bad. Who knows?
Who knows what will happen when you combine spirit energy with sacred water of a forgotten goddess?
That's why
Right?
we live on the
I'm
edge.
sure it'll be something.
If
that
it was
sounds about.
if it was
So
safe, everybody would do it.
I don't
So,
know if that would be
Exactly.
like
So
a group
actually, this
attune
sort of
action.
gets back to the gondoliers then, right? With
so we're basically trying to do like a
Kind of.
weird, like a weird cultish baptism for the spirits.
Pretty much.
Ooh,
Sure.
ooh, that's
Let's
neat.
go with that.
Oh yeah, yeah. To answer fish, yeah, that sounds definitely. It's like the spirits. You know, the gondoliers had to deal with the water so much because there were so many spirits. Even their profession. So yeah, the water is a place that they find themselves often. Maybe they feel at home. It's time to go.
So I don't know if that would be, I assume that's an attune action, but I don't know if I'd be leading a group action to do that, or someone
Yeah,
helping me, or
I think we could
I think
probably do a group action.
I think a group action would make sense.
Yeah, especially with this ritual, I think it would make a lot of narrative sense. If you guys are all down with this, you don't all have to participate. Whoever wants to participate can participate
participate in.
in this group action to kind of sway these individuals into taking their
Yeah.
baptism.
Yes.
Yeah, I I think anyone, I mean, I've got 2 attunement dots, so I should certainly be part of that.
I have
So
I
this
have
is-
not 0 attunement dots, so yeah.
and Scott, tell me if you think this is okay. Because I can deal with them as people, I can actually sway them. But I think the others would be actually helping with the tune.
Technically, a group action is all doing the same. So they.
Okay.
So I would say if you want to do it that way, let's do an assist.
So how would I do
someone.
a sway with an assist of sort of, quote unquote, my backup, group channeling the energies appropriately?
Okay. So who would want to spend the stress to assist? One
Yeah,
stress.
so just one person needs to assist.
Well, I'll do. I have no stress at the moment, so I can afford to take on some stress.
Okay. So this will be in the form of you kind of
Could we-
attuning. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
When do I get stress points?
You get the stress right away, and I get a bonus die.
Yep. You don't have to roll anything. You just the fact that you're
Just one
willing
stress.
to assist is all you need to do, basically.
One
Could
stress?
we
Yep.
And I'm trying
perhaps do
to go ahead.
Maybe do a group action as a setup to give them a bigger boost than just an assist?
Yeah, that sounds good. Doing a setup first. I mean,
Sure.
We
Sure.
do.
I
We all
mean,
do the big
And
big
that does
attune,
narratively
which
make sense.
empowers him and empowers his ability to speak with them.
sure. That sounds reasonable. And it's narratively, it makes a whole lot of sense. So okay, let's do it that way. So who wants to lead who wants to lead this group action? Who has the most attune is probably the mechanically way to go with this, but anybody can do it.
I think Fish has the most attune. I can
think
lead it
so,
if
yeah.
you want.
If you're willing to take on potential stress of the group action.
Failure.
Yeah. Also, I was wanting to take out some items, some arcane implements
Okay. Absolutely.
to
I
Spirit.
think Ramir is willing to take the group action or lead the group action.
Spirit bottle. You know what? I too will take out some arcane implements.
Okay.
Hey, I think we all have arcane implements.
We do, in fact, all have arcane implements.
Yep. Just mark it off. Mark it off your load.
Wait. Where is? Oh, okay.
Oh wow, we have a vial of electroplasm. That could be useful.
I don't think I have those.
Yeah.
Does arcane implements give us an extra die, or what does that do?
I will say it. Yeah, let's give it. I'll let you, for this purpose of a setup. I'll give you each an extra die for using this as part of your thing here.
So I'm going to lead it.
Well, again, you can't lead your own setup action.
Oh no. Okay.
So
Then
you
someone
are
else leads
separate.
it.
So you everyone else can participate except you.
Got it.
You are not allowed.
All right. So again, who would like to lead the group action of the attune? It is a setup for.
It sounds
Fish?
like
Fish might be the best at
I've
it.
got the most attune, right? So
yes.
okay, so do I just click attune for that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. So
yeah.
everybody will roll a tune. If you're willing to spend the load for the arcane implements, I'll give you an extra die.
What does that mean? Oh, yeah, I've already kicked that.
Okay, good. So roll your dice, +1 bonus die, and this will be a risky standard.
Risky standard. So I select one die, then
For
one
bonus die, yeah.
All right. What did I get?
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
wait, what happened? Oh, okay.
Okay. So Neokri did not get a passing roll. So that means you take let's see here. Oh man, you're making me look up rules in the game. Basically,
One
Fish will
stress.
Fish will take 1 stress. So
Yeah.
take you that you didn't actually do the assist, so if you still have that stress mark, just leave it. You paid for it. And the highest roll is 6. So the group setup succeeds, and the setup allows let's see here. Basically, it allows for a better position or better effect for the recipient of that setup. So which would you prefer to give, Fish? To Peacock's sway here.
What will the position and effect be for his role?
I will say I'll say risky limited.
Okay. Well,
I would
then,
imagine effect is better.
I don't.
yeah.
I didn't understand what choices I was being offered.
It's okay. You read the book. All right. So basically, Peacock is going to make a sway roll using one of his playbook powers or abilities rather.
Okay.
He's going to make it, and the roll is risky, so it's kind of the middle of the road option. So it's like a lot can go wrong, but it's not the worst horrible things that can go wrong. That's risky. And then limited effect means he's less than a standard effect. He won't whatever comes of this won't be as great as it could have been, basically. So it's limited. So if you are the leader of this setup action, so you get to say, does this go towards upping the effect, which would bring it to a standard effect, or the position, which would make it a controlled effect, or controlled position rather. Excuse me.
Okay, do I have to make a decision without consultation?
No, you
No.
can consult.
So
Okay.
I would prefer you be very
making it
quick.
from limited to standard
Yeah.
effect. So that if I
Uh,
get a good result, that we achieve that
Can
good
you-
result.
Yeah, I would agree that the effect boost would be more, because the effect is like the lowest, or almost the lowest you can go, and risky is not too terrible of a position to be in.
Okay, so, well, whatever it was, said, sure, do that.
5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. What is your choice, Fish?
Whatever they said.
Okay, effect.
Effect, yeah.
Okay, so it'll now be a risky standard sway for you there as your let's make the roll, but let's hear about how you're using that ability to talk to these ghosts and convince them that this is the way to go.
So my pitch is that out here they are prey to the same hungry ghosts that killed them. That took them from their mortal shell, and we can bring them back, safely and release them after we let the silver nails commune with them one last time. We can release them back into the waters, so that they are safe and protected from the evils that are out here in the wastelands.
So are you pitching you get to be ghosts in a safe place, or we're gonna let you commune with your friends one more time and then you're dust? Which are you pitching here? To clarify.
You could say pass
I'm pitching.
on.
I'm pitching that I'm letting them be ghosts in a safe place.
Alrighty. All
Like,
right.
throwing in the bonus of, we'll let them, commune with the silver nails one last time, before they're, released to go about their own way.
Gotcha. All right.
'Cause I think
Sounds
they could still be useful.
cool. Sounds good to me. Now, as a kind of note, I kind of want to bring you through what I was thinking for this. So, risky limited was the original. It would have been no effect because you're trying to talk ghosts into, dying and or
Right.
facing uncertainty. So that's not going to happen no matter how cool you talk. However, his ability, Ghost Voice, gives him potency when dealing with them.
Right.
So I've already kind of equalized you guys out because you guys took the spirit charms. So in terms of like tier for purposes of these guys, so that gives him a boost. So I brought that up from no to limited. Your setup action, which was successful and good, brought that up to a standard. So I just want to kind of spell out how mechanics wise where I'm going with all this, and hopefully you guys kind of see my method to my somewhat madness.
I totally understood.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to push myself here.
Okay.
Because, I wouldn't say I'm lying, but I certainly don't know this is going to work.
You could also take a devil's bargain.
I could, but I'm more willing to put my own personal energies into this
Okay.
rather than risk it going astray.
Guys are taking away all my fun.
We
But
can
yes.
still assist too, I think.
I'm gonna say no because you already kind of did your
I think the
thing.
setup was okay,
Yeah, there's
Oh,
no
okay.
there's no assist option here.
Okay.
and I'm getting a bonus die from pushing myself, so
Okay. So it looks like you're rolling 4 die.
4 dice.
So again, risky standard. Holy balls! Fuck me! Why do I even? Why aren't we? Isn't this all about like risk and shit? Isn't this game about taking?
You know,
Well, I mean,
let's see. 3 1s and 3 6s have the same odds.
All right, you guys are like the safest scoundrels that ever pulled a thing in basketball, like ever.
I'm sorry, did you not watch last episode?
All right.
We're the safest scoundrels. You know?
Oh. The luckiest scoundrels.
balancing it out.
All right. So good job. All right. So that's a critical. So let's see here. Oh no, the excitement has blanked me out. So it's okay. So we got a critical. So it went basically as good as it could. I think that gives it extra effect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for sway, I don't know if it goes through criticals, risky. No, it doesn't specifically say.
Yeah. So you gain some additional advantage. I'm gonna say that it is. It'll stay standard. However, the added benefit will be that those ghosts around the periphery have now thinned out, either out of your ability to do this to their brothers, if you will. They're a little intimidated at this point, so they're going to back off. So there's less of a surrounding threat. So you have the 3 in front of you. You can in the cases of these guys, these are like fresh ghosts. They literally must have been days before you got here. I think it takes like 2 or 3 days before a spirit technically walks from the corpse.
Yeah, I think it's a day or 2, I believe it is.
Yeah. So okay, so yeah. So they're still fresh ghosts right now. They're very, very fresh. You can still see like how they were burned. They were definitely murdered by ghosts out here. This was not the work of men. So that your friend, your Savrosi contact, her story holds pretty true here. You see like the skin kind of peeling away at points. The look of horror is just, they can't change that expression. And one without even just as you finish your impassioned speech, it kind of like jumps straight into the bucket. And basically you see the smoke as some of the water kind of mists away, and steams from the contact with the electroplasm. And I'm gonna say, because again, you guys did well. You get your role, the engagement roll for this ritual was good. I mean, this is control, so it's doing what you wanted it to do. It's holding them. This is basically for all intents and purposes, for the moment at least, it's a ghost trap like in Ghostbusters. If for ghosts ready to voluntarily enter into it. Yeah, so the one, basically your friend, so I have to keep looking up, Nogs. She's like, Privet, Torek, just go. We'll find a way. Maybe, and she kind of looks around at you guys, maybe we'll find a hull. We'll find something. You don't have to go. They're offering you a way.
Oh, yeah, I hope.
One kind of steps forward and he looks around, and he says, he kind of looks over to Fish, actually. He's like, you see the electroplasm Fish kind of drifts toward you, and he almost smells you, like there's something about you. He's like, friend of the gondoliers, are ya? Good luck with them. And he kind of goes over towards Junker, and kind of looks her up and down, and his gaze kind of holds Junker on like where you would normally have carried your bandolier of like electroplasm, whether or not you're actually carrying any. He kind of senses it on you, and he kind of gives you that look like, better not, better not. And he kind of reaches out to his friend and then realizes at the last second that he's not a man anymore, and he can't touch her. And reaches out to Nogs, and he kind of stops short because so at last second he comes to the self-realization, I'm a ghost. My touch would hurt her, and he kind of backs it away, like almost as if she was on fire. And he reaches out towards the jug, and gets absorbed into it. The third crosses his arms. I think I could rule around here. I think I could be king of the ghosts. I'm going nowhere. And he's like, and he kind of reached the flow of his electroplasm kind of moves over to this crate not too far away from him, and actually, and then you notice that his body is right around that crate, and he reaches in, he brings up the bust of your goddess. He's like, with this to channel all of my electroplasm through, who knows what I could do. What do you do?
Oh no.
Friend, you're making the wrong choice. Shanaz has offered you the path to peace. But just as easily, the tide can wear you away to nothing.
All right. Sounds like you're trying to sway him again.
Yeah.
Trying to convince him peacefully.
Okay. I'm gonna
Let me see.
go,
I
Junker.
think I might. Oh, well.
Okay. Let me know what you guys want to do. Otherwise, we're gonna do a sway for Peacock, I think. If that is the skill you're choosing, Peacock.
I think so. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice with him.
Charming him, yeah.
I'm not saying, get in the box,
Yeah, just for a note, in this game, I think it's best if you don't do 2 rolls with the same skill in a row to kind of mix it up and make it more interesting.
Well, then
Interesting.
someone else can take the lead.
That
I
works
think
too.
that's fine.
And
Fish,
my words can just be helping.
Yeah, Fish, did you want to try some kind of a tune thing? Use your tune that you spent all your XP on?
I mean, he is the speaker of the ghosts. I'd say if anyone's gonna be, I'd say this would be a good time to be using sway. But if anyone else has any idea,
Yeah, I guess I don't understand disadvantage of using the same thing twice.
yeah.
Basically, it's you don't want to get into a
it's-
rut of the same roll,
Yeah,
same
more
roll, same roll,
narrative.
same roll.
Well,
Yeah, that's just
Plus, it shares
typical.
the spotlight a little bit more.
Yeah, which is another thing I want to be doing. I'm feeling
Yeah.
that Fish and Junker aren't getting in as much spotlight as they could this session. So I'm trying to also, I'd like to also definitely open it up to you guys. So Fish or Junker, are you interested in doing anything?
I mean, sway just seems like the best solution at this point.
Um,
I mean, another,
If
alternate would
he's
be
actually holding the artifact, right? The spirit is holding the artifact.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a
So-
tune could be used to, like, you can force him to try to do something, or command. There's a bunch of options here of action types that you can try.
I was trying to think of some way to use like Tinker, like I take the artifact I have and try to like infuse it with like electroplasm and like draw the other one towards me and just like basically have it jump together.
Jump
I
out
would
of his
say,
hand.
I would say no to that, just because that's not tinkering. That's more you're more ritualistic if you're using an artifact. However, you do have your grapple. If you
Yeah.
want to infuse that with some electroplasm, as a tinker roll, like on the spur of the moment, I would
Yeah.
consider that.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Then you're a really good, real Ghostbuster at that point.
Yeah. So I'll mark off my line thrower and basically she'll just take it off her back and just lift it and put in like a vial of electroplasm and shoot it out. And there's like this grappling hook comes out and tries to grab the artifact, and like lightning goes down it and just like pulls it back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. That again, that now you're in the realm of tinkering. I'm willing to say. So if tinker is the action you want to use, go right ahead. You
Yes.
choose the skill or the action rather.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody want to like assist with this, or should I push myself? I'll push myself definitely.
Well,
Or a devil's bargain.
as far as assisting, just to double check now, have I acquired a stress or not? Right now, I don't have any.
If you assist, you automatically expend 1 stress to
Okay,
assist.
but I haven't done anything up until now. So sure, I'll assist if that.
You should
Well,
have the one
That's the
stress.
best way.
yeah, you should have 1 stress from the group action.
Okay,
Yes.
so this will give me 2.
Okay, and how are you going to assist her in this action?
Attuned space channel electroplasmic energy.
Yeah, and you don't. This is not. There's no skill involved with this for you. You just have to say you've already paid your dues by spending your stress. Now just tell us narratively, what are you doing to assist her with this action? That's all you have to do.
Okay. Whoa, what am I doing? You're shooting an electroplasmic grapple at the skull, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm. Oh man, what am I gonna do?
I have an idea if you want a suggestion.
Sure.
You
Yes.
could attune to him for a split second just to like hold him, just like cause him to freeze for a split second. Not enough to really do anything meaningful, but just enough to throw him off so so he can't move it or react, to slow his reaction to her charging up the zip line.
Okay. Oh, also, I'm looking at attuned properties. It's also channel electroplasmic energy. I could give a boost to your grapple, perhaps. Also.
Yep.
Maybe
Yeah.
you took like a vial. If you want to expend again, this is just for flavor. So we shouldn't be. I don't want you to put yourself in a situation where I'm going to have you actually spend the load. But if you want to do that, I would need you to take to spend the load for that vial of electroplasm.
Oh.
Otherwise,
So just
you can do
Where is
elsewise
that?
and not take any mechanical.
That's just checking off one of the load items.
yes.
Vial of electroplasm. Where is
The
that?
arcane implements is included in that load item.
Light sun. Dark. Oh, the Spirit Bane charm.
No,
I have that vial.
it's what you're looking for is arcane implements. It should be under between climbing gear and documents. It's in the white. It's one of the white section. It's one of the general items.
Okay. I don't see it.
You see?
Burglary's gear. Arcane implements,
There you go.
which I've already checked off.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So if you already checked it off,
Oh, that's it.
we'll call it done.
Yeah, that's that.
Right.
Okay. So you basically channel the electroplasm through yourself, aid it to her, and she'll make her tinkering roll. All right. So okay. All right, Tucker, go ahead and add 1 bonus die to your roll, unless you're pushing yourself. Did you say you're doing that also?
Yes.
Okay. All right, excellent. I'm gonna say this borders on desperate because you are. This is this ghost's like. This is his key to maybe being a powerful entity out here, and you're threatening to take the whole thing away from him. So I think let's just for kicks, let's make this a desperate roll, desperate standard.
Free
All
XP.
right.
Instant XP for you.
All right.
This is so saddening. All right, so Junker, mark an XP on your sheet right away for let's see here, insight. Yeah, so mark 1 XP automatically for insight for a desperate roll. Wow, this is the most chill group of freaking scoundrel adventurers that's ever scoundrel adventured the surface of Duskfall.
Dashing
Yeah.
ne'er-do-wells, daredevils, a lot of them.
Yes,
Daredevils
exactly.
everywhere.
That one. All right, so there we are. Fire everywhere. No, okay. So you do exactly what you're talking about. The the grapple flies out just like you say. The electroplasm shoots along it, grabs onto the artifact, and retracts. You're now holding the bust of your god in your hand, figuratively, literally, technically, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
And the ghost, he's kind of he's looking charred and dead, and looks just like that corpse on the ground, beard on him. You know, has a couple marks on his face, probably from early combats as a Severosi. Maybe against ghosts very similar to the ones who actually end up killing him. And you see he just does the standard, fists up in the air, grips. And it's this horrible, horrible sound that just echoes all around you. And it's like, how when you're trying to sneak past your parents, get in the house at night, and then the eek on the floor, but it sounds like it might as well be a 3 megaton bomb. That's what this sounds like here. This is like where you didn't want to make all this noise. Now there's echoing, echoing, echoing.
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
Scram.
Run!
Just like
I was gonna say the lightning barrier is there for a reason. Let's get on the other side of it.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys want to just go for it, I'll have you do a group action.
Prowl.
Whatever you would like. You pick your poison.
uh,
It is unseen and traverse obstacles. Climb, swim, run, jump, and tumble.
Sure.
All
Junker
right.
want to lead that, or Breaker want to lead that?
I mean, I'll lead it. I'm not that good at it, but I'll lead it.
I was gonna say I'm not that
Alright.
good at it.
All right. If everybody's on board for that, everybody roll your prowl.
Uh,
What's the
Yeah.
position?
okay. Probably.
Uh,
Okay.
for you, we'll see. So for your prowl, this is, I won't say it's desperate at this point, but it's definitely risky standard. I think is fair for this.
For
I might,
everybody?
yeah, risky standard, and you'll have to make one more group roll to make it, or you can in some way boost it.
Okay, now I've got 2 dots and prowl, so I got an extra bonus die for that.
Nope.
You just get
You
No,
just
you
roll
just
your.
click prowl and you're rolling prowl.
Yep.
you're just
Nope.
rolling normal. You just get to It's just that you get to have 2 dice.
It's just Breaker will take stress for any of us that fail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's breakers roll that. And
Okay, so I just submit bonus dice 0 roll.
Yep.
Right?
correct.
Okay. All right.
All right. Ooh.
Yes, risky standard.
Oh, there it is.
They only
Well,
have
unfortunately,
stress.
critical fails are not a thing in this. Unfortunately.
Oh wow. All right, so right off, let's see. Breaker takes 1, 2 stress.
Yep.
Okay, so take 2 stress,
Big
Breaker,
oof.
and about halfway there, you guys can actually smell that ozone, the lightning field interacting with the air around you. And like that little prickly feeling on the back of your neck is starting to pick up as you get closer, but you're still only halfway there. And that's when the bearded guy catches up to you. Breaker, you're gonna take level 3 damage. You want to resist that?
I think
I was gonna say,
technically,
does
since it's a group
armor or
roll, we
spirit
all
vein
take
help?
the consequences.
Does do you?
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Well, let's find out. Do 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 do. I wish there was a better way to bookmark this stuff in the PDF. Teamwork, here we are. All right. The group action rolls everyone who rolled. If you don't roll, character doesn't get the effects of the action. Your character doesn't have to specially skill, la 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 la. Let's see. The team counts the best result overall. Character is leading the group, takes 1 stress for la la la. I don't think it actually says anything about that. Let's see. Describe how
Maybe
your
I'm
character
wrong.
leads. Debark orders. So each PC involved makes an action roll, and the team counts the single best result, which single single best
Yeah.
result. Oh, okay. So
Yep.
that's
We
actually
get it's a partial success.
partial success. Okay. So I'll boost that down then. But let's see here. So yeah, so the team counts the best result. That's what that part I forgot. Let's see. You already sorry, I did that. Takes 1 stress for each PC that gets 1 to through 3. Covers everybody that rolled, and that's it.
Maybe I'm incorrect.
That's fine. No, I'm happy to figure it out. That'll make it easier next time. I should remember, of course, that's the reason you're doing the group thing anyway, is to get the highest roll. All right. So let's see here. Okay, so you're at a partial. I'll say you as leader, Junker, or not Junker, Breaker, you take 2 level 2 harm,
Level 2 hot.
unless you would like to resist, and I'll knock that down 0.
-1 dice. -1 dice. Nah, I need all my dice. I'm a resist.
All right, go ahead and roll your die. You automatically resist successfully. So again, the way I'm structuring it is level 2 and lower, it gets knocked down to nothing. Level 3 or 4 gets knocked down 1 level by resist.
Oh
So,
yeah, that's right. The more powerful.
yeah, that's the way I'm choosing to do this for the
Yeah,
sake of this
makes
group.
sense because we have limited session amounts.
Yeah, so it'll be, if you resist, it'll be taken down to 0, but you still take some stress. So go ahead and roll. Let's see here.
Resolve. Since is this spirit? If it's is this the spirits attacking me?
Yeah, it's the spirit attacking. So let's go resolve.
Yeah. No bonus dice, just resolve.
Okay. All right. So suffer 6 stress minus the highest. So 0 stress was taken.
So he reaches out to like just grasp at me, and I just burst through him at like he's just smoke.
Nice.
Untouchable.
All right. And he's
I will show you the power of a true believer of Shanas, and then just barrel right through him.
cool. All right, you guys are halfway there. I'll give you 1 more group roll to make it.
Yeah. Again, we should try to do something other than prowl again. We should try to do it like a different group roll.
Sure.
Okay, if you.
What works for you guys?
I'll just make it more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So what looks interesting?
Um,
Could attune your way through to basically sense the ghosts and avoid their paths, that kind of thing. That would
Yeah,
make
I
some
think a tune
sense.
would probably be the I'd say that'd probably make the most sense outside of Prowl in this situation.
oh yeah, here's what we do. We'll come up the lightning barrier, and basically we attune to like create a space for the lightning to go
No.
through, and then when the ghost goes behind us, we'll kind of close it on him.
No. I like that, but I'd say I alter a bit the details. I'd say we attune to the barrier so that we time our while we're running. I think the barrier. Think of it as we attune to the barrier so we see the minute like fluctuations, and we sprint through right when the instant one of those fluctuations occur. It's like we jump through as the train goes past us. We clear it by inches, and he runs right into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, now there were. I don't know if I quite follow. There were 3 spirits. And that
Yeah.
The-
We
two
have
of
two
them
in the we have
essentially
two in the
took our
bucket.
deal, right?
Two of the spirits I agreed and accepted and oh kitty went into went into the water. They accepted our offer.
Okay. Are
He
they
went.
completely out of play right now? Is it
Yes,
possible that?
Yeah,
they're
they're sealed. They're
unless something
they're
goes
essentially.
unless something goes horribly wrong. Yes, they're out of play. There's
Um,
one you have to deal
Okay.
with.
All right.
for out of character, is anybody actually carrying the vessel with the spirits that we took, or did we leave it behind?
I'd say giant strong man is being giant strong man and just running his ass off, holding these giant butt things of water.
Cool.
Oh, I hate my life.
Why do I have to be the strong one? All right, all right. So let's
Might
get
as well
through this,
take
peeps.
fuel.
You have one more action at standard effect to get you to the other side. So what are we gonna do, boys and girls?
Yeah, I like the thing where we like attune to the lightning barrier and we kind of like slip through it and he kind of runs into it.
I like that too. That really sounds.
Alright.
That does sound
Let's do
very
that.
interesting.
Okay. All right. Who wants to
Yeah.
lead the roll then? Who wants to lead the group action?
I'll lead it.
Yeah.
I'll say it's Junker's
I
masterful.
roll a tune.
We roll a tune.
Yep. Everybody
Yes.
rolls a 2.
Yeah, so she's
Risky.
just like doing
What
all the math in
position?
her.
Oh, sorry.
It's risky.
You go ahead.
It's standard.
Uh,
And
for this one is desperate. I think this sounds like
Yeah,
it sounds like this
like
could go horribly, 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 horribly wrong.
That means we get
It's
a
like
So-
trying to sprint through the lightning barrier.
Yeah,
It
Desperate
says so.
standard.
Oops.
okay.
Oops. All lightning.
This
I'll
is gonna
push
be
myself
great.
for this then.
Okay, so
Free resolve XP, everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
I select desperate.
Yep.
And then
Standard.
What was the standard? Okay.
Mhm.
And then no bonus die, just
Yes.
okay.
Correct.
Yeah,
Big oof.
for flavor wise, Junker's basically like doing like the math in her head and like trying to like work out exactly where they need to go and like tell them like go just a little bit to the left, just a bit to the right, and then they just run right through it.
And then I'm like, oh, and I'm like over here, and I start sprinting over to just hard lightning. You're like, no, you idiot.
Yeah, I'll push myself to get like another die on this, and
Unless you want, let's see. So, this is going to be one. So far, yeah. So one stress from the group action for you.
One stress and a partial success currently.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna push myself.
Partial successes hurt when it's desperate.
All right. Did you want a devil's bargain to avoid the stress?
What do you got?
Let's see. So, I will say that the devil's bargain is that is kind of like you're leading the group, but as part of that, you're kind of guiding everyone. You have to be the last one out, And the last one out means you kind of get touched by this ghost, the one that's following you, this vengeful ghost, and he marks you. So you may be a target for other ghosts at some point.
Marked by the spirit. Hmm.
Nah.
No pressure.
I was wondering, as part of this, just to, like, as flavor, could I, like, use my bandolier and maybe try to, like, throw, like, a bomb, like, right at where the point we're going through to kind of disrupt it for just a second to get us.
I would say that's definitely not a tune. You're not attuning.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Okay.
if to do it, you got to do it. So if you're rolling a tune, you got to in some fashion attune. That's more
Oh,
like a
yeah.
tinker or a wreck. There, it sounds like if you wanted to do
Yeah.
it that way, and you're kind of leading the attune action, so it must be in
Oh,
attune.
yeah. Let me see. What is. I was trying to figure out something else to do, but I don't think I can, so I'll just roll.
Okay, so yeah, you can push for another die. Nobody can really assist you because they're all helping you with this roll already by doing the group action.
Oh, yeah.
Devil's bargain or push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems interesting.
Nope. So partial success is best we got.
Okay, so desperate. Let's see here. So I will say,
Gonna be getting crispy.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, this is a tough one. It's always tough to figure out what's the best way to do this. This is desperate.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
This is desperate bad stuff. So go ahead, Peacock.
I mean, the idea is that he makes it through because we were timing everything so perfectly that he makes it through too,
Oh, neat.
and then he can just haunt us to the end of our days.
Yeah, that was the other thing. That's like my thought was kind of more simplistic. We made it through, but you didn't quite make it through. You touched a little on the way out. Get zapped.
All right, you know what, Junker, I'll let you choose. Choose the way in which you will be harmed. Like actual harm. This is a desperate. So this is a level 3 harm, or the ghost makes it through, and as Peacock says, this will come up. You will be a target. This thing will try to eat your soul.
We have a new enemy.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Making the ghost get through too.
All right, sounds cool. All right, because it's desperate, this absolutely will come up. This is not a thing that I will forget about. He is going to try to hurt you badly, and it's going to come around. So that's awesome.
Please.
That works
Stole
for
his
me.
rock.
You stole his rock. All right, so awesome. You've escaped with your lives, and you have 2 ghosts in a bucket,
And an artifact.
and an artifact. So to speed things along, what do you do with the bucket? Do you basically pour it into the canals like you said you would, or is this going into like your grotto, kind of help power the
I want to
goddess?
release
Or
it in the grotto.
okay,
That's
everybody.
pretty protected.
If they end up, living here for a while, more the better.
Okay.
Yeah,
They seem-
having some ghosts to help us
To
be pretty
consult
useful.
with them
Yeah.
about how to deal with their form.
Oh,
We might be able to use them as a contact, and I can still talk with them. So
right. Oh, good point, Fish. Nice.
Also, it might keeping them in holy waters might help to sustain them and keep them sane,
well, it might keep them off the radar of
and
Spirit
keep
too.
them off the radar.
True story. Cool. All right. So you finish your score. Let's kind of get through the mechanical stuff as quick as I can. Let's see here. All right. So payoff. I'm gonna say this was a big score. Another 8 coin. You guys basically recovered an artifact. You survived the Deadlands, or where the hell they call them. I'm willing to hear an argument for a major score, 10 coin. Or do you guys think the big score serious loot is appropriate for this?
8 sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I'm okay with 8, because we don't exactly know, what these do together yet. Or if they're really made for that.
Mhm. Well, and
as-
it's your cult leaders that are paying you off, basically, so they
I
don't
assume
know
we'll figure
either.
that out soon.
Yeah.
My suggestion is that we each take 1 and we put 4 into the purse of the cult, because we
Into
took
the
2
vault.
out of it.
Yeah.
Into your vault, right?
And I kind of want to see, we might have more things to spend it on as a group now.
Yes.
Okay.
Is everybody good with that breakdown?
Looks like so we spent. Let's see. We spent
So-
1. So we have 1 coin in the vault.
Yeah, so you can put 3 more coin in your vault.
Yeah.
So that's 3 out of 8. So you have 5. So someone can get an extra. Basically, one thing I kind of want you guys to get a feel for. This is not meant to be a game of, like D&D, where I'm saving up my gold for this thing. It's more like, all right, I'm basically get the money, I spend the money. I get the money, I spend the
Or,
money. Or
technically,
Or you put in your
long
stash.
campaign, you get it and you stash it, and
exactly.
Yeah.
you
And then-
eventually,
Retire instead of just becoming a destitute poor
Right.
person when you inevitably get burnt out.
Right, and that also becomes like your kind of wealth level. Right now, you guys are wealth level 0. If you get your stash, hit the 10 mark, then that becomes you're now wealth level 1. So when I'm making fortune rolls based on like how much money you have to throw around, that's what I'll be using. So that is another use for it. So if someone wants to like put something in their stash and get an extra coin, let's just for purposes of moving things along, let's hash all that out on Discord. Not good?
Okay.
We're gonna do that on
Okay.
Discord. I'm not concerned about that right now. We all know how much you
Yeah.
got, and we put 3 in the bank, if you will. So that leaves 5. All right. So rep. You have two rep by default. I'm gonna say that this was technically a higher tier than you. These were freaking ghosts you were dealing with. The only reason you got to deal with them on equal footing is because A, you had the charm, and B, you have Peacock. So I'm going to say yes, you're going to get an extra rep for this. You actually went to the Deadlands, faced ghosts, got the thing you were freaking after, and got back, and nobody is burnt half to death. So that's pretty impressive by any crew standards.
Only an immortal enemy that will haunt us for days. That's all.
That's all. That's
minor
all.
details.
Minor details. So I'm going to put 3 rep on your thing here. All right. So good. All right. So 3 rep. Let's see here.
5 more.
Yeah. All right, so heat. I am well, this is, you know what? I would have said this was smooth and quiet because it was totally outside of the what you call it, the spirit fence. But you did let the one in, so it's now become at least contained. It's pretty much you contained most of your wrongdoings and anything someone could point to you about. However, it can't go. We can't let the fact that you let a freaking angry ghost into the city go unchallenged here. So I'm gonna say 2 heat. Let's see. Hostile turf, that only counts for like other factions. These weren't other factions. There was no killing involved. Congratulations. Good job on that one. So yeah, 2 heat. And that will bring you up to 2 heat. All right, excellent. So let's see here. Entanglements. Who would like to roll entanglements today?
I could roll an entanglement.
Okay, just let's see here. So you have no wanted level, so roll 2 dice and let's pick the lowest of the 2.
Yes.
So do like a fortune roll of 2 dice or whatever. Okay. So at a 5. A 5 for your level of heat. Cooperation. What in the hell is that? Let's look up cooperation. We haven't had cooperation yet. That's impressive. I don't see it yet. Oh, here, cooperation. A +3 status faction asks you for a favor. Agree to do it, or forfeit 1 rep per tier of the enemy faction, or the friendly faction.
Don't we take the lowest?
Yeah, 5, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Isn't
'Cause then
5?
rivals are unquiet.
Oh,
dead.
rivals aren't quite dead. Oh, yep, you're right. Sorry about that.
I mean, I don't know any unquiet dead we'd run into, but you know,
Oh no, no way.
could be rivals too.
I'm gonna actually. You know what? Gives me an opportunity. I'm gonna let's look up the thing, because it's always after I say what happens that I get hit with the fact that I didn't read the freaking instructions. So let's look up what rivals or unquiet dead means. Unquiet dead. A rogue spirit is drawn to you. This is a shocker. Perhaps it's a past victim. Acquire the services of a whisper or rail jack to attempt to destroy or banish it yourself. So you can hire an ITC using downtime. He's cloning. I am gonna say, just because, let's see, to destroy or banish it or deal with it yourself. I want to make this interesting. We're gonna go against basically what this says. I'm gonna say that your angry spirit is gonna be getting a slight upgrade, and that
Getting
will
what?
getting a slight upgrade. So we'll leave it at
Okay.
that for the moment.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. All right, so that's that. Entanglements. Good job. Let's see. Downtime activities. Holy crap. We have 5 minutes to get as many downtime activities as done as we can. No pressure. Let's see here. Or we can just kind of hedge our bets here and or actually, you know what? Do you guys want to? We can do XP, since I know it is rather important to kind of keep it fresh as to what
Yeah.
happened. Let's do
Right.
XP real quick. I think we can, if we're fast, if we're expedient, we can at least get that done, and that means less for us to kind of keep in mind for next time. So,
All right.
all right.
Sounds
So
good.
let's start out with Peacock, please.
I already got my one for my desperate action.
All right. So yeah, that
Um,
doesn't factor into this. That's
Yep.
off the book, so to speak.
So I think I addressed the challenge with influence.
Absolutely.
Many times.
By convincing this. Really only one though, because there wasn't really multiple roles or anything.
Excellent. So are we calling that 1 or 2 for this?
I would say one.
Pretty.
I mean, we
I would
were in a
almost
controlled
argue.
position.
I
Well,
would almost argue 2, just due to the magnitude of it. It's like we wouldn't. It might have only been 1 roll, but it was integral in setting us up so well.
I mean, I'm not going to turn down XP if, if someone's trying to convince me to make more.
All right. Let's call it 2.
Okay.
So experience. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I don't think so in this.
Okay. And how about, did you struggle with issues of vice or trauma?
I wouldn't say I struggled. I just, I just went, full in for the mission. But, I think we're all expected to do that.
Gotcha. All right.
So I'm fine with 2.
Okay. Let's call it 2. All right. Let's go to Junker.
I think the address to channel is technical skill and mayhem. I definitely think 2 for that.
I agree.
Yep.
Okay. 2. Got 2.
Um,
Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I'll definitely say 2 for that too, since it's like Severosi mercenaries, put Ghost to rest.
Yeah.
Well, and it was the silver nail in your connection, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so call it 2. So that's 4. Did you struggle with issues for vice or traumas? I don't think so.
No.
Okay. All right. Call it 4. Fish. Did you?
Where is what page is this on again?
It's on your character sheet, under your playbook advancement.
Oh, I see. You addressed a challenge with stealth or evasion. Not really.
Okay.
You
Uh,
expressed your
yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go do it.
Yeah, you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I only expressed my background and not liking, not wanting to go there because lack of water. I don't know if that counts. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. No. I don't know. Is that? I don't think I did anything that qualified for those 3 items.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a 1 XP or just for participating. You did well.
Okay.
So mark an XP somewhere, playbook or one of your
Right.
insight, prowess, or resolve, and that's good.
Okay.
Excellent. And you're making your way towards the playbook advancement. So good job. Let's see. All right. Wrecker.
Let's see. Address to challenge. Violence coercion. Nah, not really. Didn't get. This just wasn't my time for that. This wasn't the time for that. I cannot yet punch spirits. One day though. Express beliefs, drives, heritage, background. I'd say a 1 from the little bit of when we first heard about gathering the bust, and now is the time for calm and not for fury. I think that was a bit. I'd say that's a 1 for that.
Okay. And struggled through
struggle
vice or
with
traumas.
issues. Nah.
Okay. So let's mark 1 for you then. All right. Cool. And Junker, did you just make a playbook advance? Is that what you're kind of
Yes.
telling us? You're taking endless. During downtime, you get 2 ticks to distribute among any long-term project blocks that involve investigation or learning a new formula or design plan. Cool.
Quite nice.
Yeah. So not with actually making the thing, but designing it, definitely. That's just pretty freaking cool. That's going to be helpful to you with this campaign. So awesome.
And investigation in general, pretty versatile as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good choice. Good choice. Cool. All right. So we'll handle the rest of downtime actions next time. So we actually made some pretty good progress
Yeah, we
this
actually
one.
we actually did get a full revolution.
Kind of, but
Yeah.
we're behind.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
still
We
behind.
got last session's revolution. But yeah. So I just want to say, Fish, I didn't feel like you got enough spotlight this time, so I'm gonna try to build some into next time. Again, I feel like I failed if you each don't get your spotlight time.
I was going to say we have the gondoliers to go after, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but I want each and every session you should get equal spotlights, and so I failed you on that one, Fish, and I apologize. But I'm trying. I am trying.
I'm gonna dive underwater, break this whole kingdom down there that will be within the scope of the game.
Well, everybody has your homework as usual. Read the book. Figure out the stuff that's important to you. Read it. Get it. We'll go from there. But you guys are doing awesome. Awesome RP. Awesome session. I think we were getting some, variety in scores too, which is good. Which I like. And we'll have some more go next time. But for now, this is Scott's Case Files channel signing off with our players here. We have Neo Cree over here.
Hello. Take care, everyone.
We have Dr. Arculari. And I always want to flash up his thing. There you go. The Dr. Arculari banner, which is pretty freaking awesome if you ask anybody. So yeah, Dr. Arculari has his own stream. Please watch him when you have a chance. Then we have Junker, Cassie Mouse.
Hello.
Hello, goodbye. And then we also have Steve.
goodbye.
So thank you all for watching. That's Scott's Case Files channel. Go below if you're watching on Twitch, and follow me on the Twitters, the Twitches, the Discord. All that stuff is down there. Check it out. And otherwise, have a good week, and our scoundrel cultists will see you next time. Thank you for hanging with us. I appreciate it. Bye for now.
Good night.
Bye.